Hey guys, so this is going to be a raw video. I want to quickly just film this so there could be a little bit more awareness brought to the community and just to other women. And yeah. Yes, I'm in my closet. This is just a quiet place for me to come to film real quick, and I am like shook right now, you guys. I am a little shook. So as many of you guys know, the world we live in is chaos. It is completely insane. You never know who is going to try to hurt somebody next. You never know when there's going to be another shooting, another death, or just there's just always crime. My friend sent me a text message a little bit ago about this girl that is from my town, and she went to Walmart, and she had posted online about her experience going to Walmart with her son, and they were followed through the store by a guy, and she was really uncomfortable, and she, you know, luckily was paying attention, because I feel like a lot of people just casually go out every day and they don't really pay attention. They don't really, you know, it's just another day for you. So if you got to go run errands, or if you got to go to the store, you're just like la-di-da-da-da with your cart down through the store, and you're not really paying attention. You're just there to get what you need and to go home. But what people don't realize is what is going on around them. And this girl had caught on to this guy, and every aisle she was going in, this guy was following her. She got really worried, and when she was going to check out, she told the manager that she needed somebody to walk out to the car with her because she didn't want to be alone. And she had wrote that she was glad that she did that because the guy was outside waiting and was down 2 cars from her. That is terrifying. In her comments, there was a few other girls that had commented that the same thing had happened to them. You guys, I am terrified. I am always checking my surroundings, and sometimes I feel like I'm really paranoid, but in this world that we live in right now, you cannot be too paranoid. You just can't. And the fact that this is actually happening right now where I live is even more terrifying. I live in a small place, okay? I'm from a small town. Not a lot of bad things go on here, but bad things do happen. Just like every town in the whole world, there is like a dark piece of history, you know, or things happen, like crime happens everywhere. But the fact is that the trafficking world is really bad, and it's a lot worse than it ever has been, and guys are out to snatch your kids and you, and it's scary. I just want to make the video really quick just to kind of, for you guys, like even you guys, just to be careful when you go out. And don't go by yourself. Have somebody with you if you're able to. And I know a lot of people's spouses work like mine does. Sometimes you gotta go run errands and you don't have anyone to go with you. But if you could wait until your spouse gets home, or if you can't wait, then just be on a lookout and maybe have some pepper spray with you, which I really want, and I think I'm gonna get some now. It's motivated me even more now to like have some kind of protection when I'm out with my son, just to be extra cautious. I mean, I don't know, I'm speechless, just because like I knew of these things happening, you know, all the time. I watched the Investigation Discovery Channel for years. It is something that I'm interested in. I watch all that kind of stuff, so I know it goes on, but when it comes to your own town, it just kind of hits home for you. You're just like, what? Like, no. Like, no. Like, why? It's terrifying. So this video is random and I wanted to make it, but I actually have a similar video if you guys want to go watch it, that I had one experience in my life where I felt like I was being followed, and it's called My Stalker Experience Story. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to go watch it. No, I was not like touched or anything physically, but I felt like I was being stalked. So go watch that video if you haven't. But it's scary. And another thing is that when you go to a store, like, make sure your kid is with you at all times. Like, don't ever let your child out of your sight, not even for a second. In this day and age, like, it's not like it used to be. And even back in the day, bad things still happened and kids were abducted, and so was women, but it's a lot worse now. And it's weird now that I'm a mom, I can really relate to my own mother when I was a child and when I was a teenager. And now I understand why she acted the way that she did. When I was a child or when I was a teenager, I didn't understand. I would get mad at, I would get so mad at my mom, but really all she was out to do was protect me and be there for me. And now I see that because I'm a mom too now, and it's funny, when you grow up you really realize, you realize things differently. But I've had a lot of close calls in my life that I didn't really know that could have been close calls. I've done a lot of stupid things when I was a kid and a teenager that I'm very lucky and fortunate that I was not abducted. And realizing that now is crazy because I was lucky. When I was a kid, I swear I was fearless. I used to go outside. And I would go all over the place. Like, walk, because I couldn't drive. But I would walk in the woods. And I would go all over, like, for miles, up in the woods. What was wrong with me? Like, I still can't wrap my head around the way that I used to think. And the way that I used to just be so fearless and think like, oh, I can do this. I'm gonna go do this. And, I don't know what was wrong with me. And me and my friend would do this all the time. We would go and take picture adventures where we would take pictures of ourselves out in the woods, just having a fun time and hanging out as friends. But we were so careless. Like, anybody could have walked up on us, or if we were close to a road, anybody could have stopped and grabbed us. Which brings me to my next story that I want to tell you guys really quick. When me and my friend were about, I want to say we was like 15. I can't really remember now what the exact age was. Maybe she remembers, but I'm thinking 15. But one summer, I stayed at her house because I knew there's no way that I could get away with it at my house because my mom was very strict. And she always found out about everything that I ever did wrong in my life, or that I ever got in, like, would do and be sneaky. My mom always found out. So, like, I stayed at my friend's house, and we decided that we'd be cool and sneak out of the house at midnight and walk about, I don't know, you guys. I want to say, I don't even know how far that is. It is probably a good, like, 5 or 6 miles from her house. We walked the main road at midnight. How stupid were we? And we actually, I think, had done this twice, and we could have been kidnapped at any point, and that never occurred to us because we thought it would be cool to go walk to our other friend's house and spy on them to see what they were doing at midnight. It was really stupid and it was really childish, and to look back on that, I am scared for when my kid gets big now because of things he's gonna think like he's fearless, and like, but the truth is that's how that kind of stuff happens. And like, why was I so dumb? I don't know, it just blows my mind. And then now I know why my mom was so upset about that. Like, my mom actually never knew about that until I told her about it like a few years ago, and she was like, what? You did what? That was like the only thing my mom never found out about, and she probably would have killed me if she would have found out that I did that. Because seriously though, something bad could have happened to us and we had no care in the world. But my point is that you need to care, and you need to like stress it to your teenagers or young kids to stay with you at all times, or even when they go do things with their friends, like, try to be safe. It's very hard anymore in this world to be safe, and it's terrifying. Another story was, really quick, was whenever we used to go to football games in my town, we thought it'd be cool to leave those and go walk around town. Well, my town is small and everything, but there's a lot of parts of town that are kind of scary. When we left the football game, some of the area that we was in could be kind of scary. So we didn't really care. And that's another example where we would just walk all over the place. And me and my friends used to break into abandoned houses. A little bad drop about me is that we used to break into abandoned houses because we thought that old houses were really cool, and we thought what we was doing was really cool. But really, like, if you think about that, how dangerous could that have been, and how we could have gotten hurt, or somebody could have been living in those abandoned houses and could have killed us, or anything could have happened to us. And I mean, I just look back at my childhood and teenage years and think it's a wonder I'm still alive. But even though back then, though, things were not to where they are now. Like, things have escalated to a point where it's out of hand. It's crazy. It's just bizarre to me. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say in the video. I just wanted to make it and let you guys know that you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times, no matter what. And I know that there's all kind of information already out there about this, and it just hit home for me, so I felt like I had to film a little bit. So that's it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I just really wanted to just make this quick video, and I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.